What do you consider as settling for men?
Um,
Is this like if the woman is like a like a six or something, and then she thinks she's settling for a four or something?
I don't grade people like that, but no, it's more like she gets with a man who is misogynistic and doesn't see her as a human being, and so it's going to be extremely difficult for her to be in a healthy relationship with that man, and she knows that going into it, but she's willing to like help him do some of the work to become a better person, and I consider that to be settling.
What's wrong with her helping him become a better person?
I mean, because she puts her, it's A, it's not her job, and B, she puts herself in harm's way
How so?
because she's getting with the man that doesn't see her as a human being.
Okay. No, I get that one, but I'm talking about like how would that be like bad for her if she's helping him? I mean, I understand if like if he's like draining her resources or something, or if he's like yelling at her to go cook or like get in the kitchen or something. I get that. But if she's trying to help him become like a better person, I really don't see the problem with that.
Yeah, because why is that her responsibility?
Well, I mean, a relationship works really well when two people are helping each other. If one person just does everything, then it usually doesn't go well. I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I'm asking you. So what I'm saying is that it's not the woman's responsibility to make the man, become a whole individual or to make the man become a human being. It's not her responsibility. Um, and
so,
I'm okay.
but when you say this, you mean like the like he's not mature?
Yeah, I mean that would be a way to sum it up. Yeah, he's not mature. He's not a he doesn't see her as a human being. He probably dehumanizes himself. And when you get in a relationship with a person like that, it ends up being very toxic. Um, and when you're saying that, what's the problem with that? Why does she need to endure any sort of pain? Like who?
If he
Like
doesn't see her as a person, then she should leave, and she should leave immediately.
Well, here's the
Not
cool,
like wait, not get everyone else's opinion. She should leave immediately.
cool. Well, here's the thing, Dan. Like, you don't believe in the wage gap, right? Like, you don't
No,
think that's
no. Listen, the only reason why though is because there are women that are millionaires, there are women that are billionaires, there are women that make six figures. If you don't like the money that you're making, go work somewhere else.
hey, hey,
Go apply
hey,
somewhere else.
hey.
Go get a bigger degree. Go get more certifications. I promise you, you can always make more money. There's always something else that you can do.
Yeah, so you don't believe in systematic oppression. We got you. But you don't believe in the wage gap. You don't think that women make as much money as men, right?
I believe what if you do not like the money that you're making, go work harder. It sucks. It's
no.
horrible. It's a
You're
nightmare, but you
you're,
have to do
boot,
it.
you're bootstraps kind of guy.
He,
You can't get anything that you want by sitting on your ass. That's not how it works. You
okay.
can't sit there and wait for everything to come to you. You have to go work for it very hard.
Yeah. Look,
It's a
look.
nightmare.
Yeah, I understand that, but you said earlier that you don't agree with the wage gap is a thing. Like you think that women can make just as much money as men and all this. You don't
One
think that
thousand
there's any
percent yes.
type of
I
oppression. You
my
believe that, right?
cousin makes 200 grand right now as a
Well,
lawyer,
good.
and
That's
there's other men who only make 150, and she's doing the same job.
but
So
we
it,
like that for her. We like that for all of them. We want everybody to make all the money. That's not what
Yeah.
we're asking you. But you don't believe the wage gap is a thing. So any woman that dates you has to try to help you get to that answer. So she's doing the work that she should not have to do because you should be doing that work.
no, because we both be working.
What are
No,
you
no.
helping her with?
I do everything around the
What?
house.
No, no. I'm talking
I
about
love.
as a person. What are you helping her with? Because she's going to be doing stuff around the house too. What are you helping her with? How
Well,
are you
there's
building her up as a human being? What are you doing for her? She's doing all of this mental, emotional labor for you to help you become a human being. What are you doing for her?
well,
Per-
it specifically.
mm,
I am very good at cooking. I clean.
Okay,
and fix
not
things.
labor,
Not labor.
not physical labor. I'm talking about emotional, mental labor. What are you doing for her? Like intrinsically, what are you adding to her life? What value are you adding to her?
Well, there's a lot of things I can teach her. There's things that I've done in my life that I can show her. There's places that I can take her. There's, I do, I do personal training also. So I can help her. I can also help her get in shape if she
Can she
has
not
like
do those things for
trauma I
herself?
had. Like, huh?
Can she not do those things for herself? Can she not take herself places that she wants to go? Has she not had life
Yeah,
experiences? Can she not be a personal trainer?
of course.
She can
Okay.
pay one too. But I'm just
I'm not trying to hinder her in any way. If she wants to go do something, she can.
yeah. But I'm
Nobody's gonna go to her head.
no. I hear you, Dan. But you don't understand what I'm asking you though. Like, okay. So once again, let me take it back. So the woman, you expect her to do this labor, as far as developing this man and making him into a fully functioning human being. That's a lot of emotional and mental labor. Cool. We hear
No,
that.
so here's no, no, no. Here's my thing with that.
Okay.
If he, because men mature differently than women do. Women, they become truly mature at like 33, and men it's like 43 or whatever it is. It's like there's like a 10-year gap or whatever it is.
Yep.
So it depends on where he's at in life. Like a lot of maturity, believe it or not, is based on finances. If he doesn't have his shit together, he's not going to be any good in a relationship. And I will openly admit that. I always believe if you were going to get married, you should be making at least six figures. Okay? For your children, for your bills, so you're not behind in anything, so you're not on the street. So if your family members or something needs help, you have a better chance.
Okay. But
I
what does
will
this have to
never.
do with the social? What does it have to do with the emotional labor that I'm speaking of, though? I get the money part.
No, no, so, but that's the because it has to do with like maturity.
Even if you're, even I don't care how much money you make, you're still most men are still misogynistic and don't see women as human beings. So what's the
It is a man's job to respect a woman, but it's also a woman's job to give a man something to respect. If she
uh
is condescending, if she's egotistical, if she's mean, if she's vindictive, then she's not giving him any reason to respect her.
I mean
If
most
she
women aren't those
drains his
things.
energy, if she drains his bank account, why should he respect her? Why should anybody?
But most women don't do those things though. So let's stick to most
A
women.
lot of them do.
But most women
I've
don't
Wait,
been in
do
so
those
e
things.
relationships. You ever
but
been in an abusive
even
relationship?
look,
Yeah.
let's take that logic, Dan. So you're saying that if she doesn't, what part are you not going to respect her now? So you're declassifying her as a human
No,
because you don't like the way that she
no,
said
no, no, no,
something.
no, no. I'm not
That
declassifying anything. What
because you're
I'm
not giving
saying is,
basic
if she
respect.
wants respect, that's perfectly fine, but she has to show it also, and not just expect it from me. I'll give her respect. I have no problem with that, but I will not put up with her disrespect. You got that?
It's,
Does that make sense?
it's it sounds like you don't respect her because to me the way that people earn my respect is by being human beings. And then as long as you're a human being, I'm going to respect you. Right?
I give them respect until they give me reason not to. Okay, I don't walk in a room and say, "Hey, bitch, where's my dinner?" I don't do any of that shit. Okay,
I mean, that's
I take
extreme,
people on dates. I give them flowers. I make them feel good. They're really happy. I do all that shit. But I
but
do not put up with disrespect. I don't like it.
do you see them as human beings? Like, here's what I'm saying. You know what I think is disrespectful? Like if you had it like if I was your woman, right? No Diddy. If I was your woman and we were having this discussion and you said that all the things you said about women tonight, like things that are like unequivocally true and just like discounting their plight and just being dismissive of their struggles, I would think that that was highly disrespectful. I would actually prefer you say, "Bitch, get my dinner." Like
Well, no.
that's less
Here's the thing,
harmful
though. It's not. It's if I say something about their struggles, it's not about their struggles. It's that they're complaining about them, but they're not solving the problem.
how do you want a group of people that have little systemic power to solve the a systemic problem? What
Well,
how
there's a
would they
lot of
go
things.
about it?
First of all, You have to stay off all the dating sites with all the shitty people. You don't go on Hinge, you don't go on Tinder, you don't go to bars, you don't go to where there are going to be shitty people. Okay?
Most women don't be on dating sites, brother.
No, most of them do. That's
They
how they meet
actually
people.
don't.
They
Dan,
do.
hold on, brother. Hold on, man. You got to stop saying stuff that 100% isn't true.
That is how most people meet each
Most
other. They don't
women,
just walk
that
outside.
Dan, most women, I repeat, most women aren't on dating sites. Most women aren't. Like that
Dating
is
sites, social media, whatever. Like, but the point is, that's where they're running into problems. They're dating all these shitty people that don't want them, and they don't know the difference. Women are so bad at picking men. I'm surprised they're not led right off a cliff. They're terrible at it. They should always have at least one male figure to do it for them because they're so bad at it. They
so.
always choose people that beat them. That's horrible.
So
That shouldn't
Wait,
ever
wait,
happen.
wait,
You
wait,
shouldn't
wait,
ever choose somebody that's going to beat the
wait.
shit out of you.
I got you. So you're blaming the women for being
No.
abused. You are. But so
No, I'm not. No.
let me
Let
ask
me explain
let
to you
me
something.
ask. Hold on, wait, Dan. Hold on. I heard what you said. I got to ask you a question though. So if that's the case, let me ask you a question. Do you know any male abusers?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Do you know any male grapist, SAers?
Yes.
Okay. Um, before they committed those acts, did you know that they were going to do those things?
No.
Okay. So how can you help a woman vet if you can't see that? If you can't see it as a man, what makes you think you would be qualified to vet for her?
When it comes to women, the number one thing that they need to do is protect themselves.
Hold on, wait.
They need, no,
Please,
listen,
please.
listen, listen,
No, Dan,
listen. What?
do not deflect. Answer my question. I asked you a direct question. I'm happy that you were honest because a lot of men would have lied in that instance. You didn't lie, but you deflected. You're almost there. If you can't see the signs of an abuser, how are you better suited to vet for that woman? That's my first question. I have another one after this one, but can you answer that one first?
Well, the only reason why I didn't see them is because I'm not around these people. If I was around them, I'd see it more.
I'm just asking you.
I don't hang out with rapists or whatever. So
I just asked
I'm
you.
gonna,
Do you wait? What do you mean? How did you know these people? What do you mean,
I knew of them from other people.
sir? Please
We're
be
not
fucking
friends,
for
but they're like
So
my friends know who these
let me
people are.
let me take it back. Let me take it back. So you don't know. You don't have a relationship, and you never had a
No.
relationship with any abuser and with
No.
any rapist. Okay, any SA or any DVer. Nope to both, right? Okay. What if I told you that is almost statistically impossible? I can almost guarantee you have somebody out of all the men you've been friends with and all the boys you've been friends with that at least one of them did one of those things, if not both of them, right? Because yeah. So how can you vet men when you are around men who are DVers and SAers and you have no fucking clue? I'm not understanding. That's the first part of my question. Now the second part of the question is who do you think has more experience in vetting men? You as a man who has never dated a man, or a woman who has dated men and need to protect themselves, like you said it, and I agree with you that they need to protect themselves from men. And that's what women do. Like that's what they're always looking to protect themselves from men. Why do you think you would be better suited to vet for them when you have never dated a man?
Because I am one and I know how they think.
But
Women
you don't know
how
how
men
men.
think.
But you don't know how men. Once again, you don't know because you're a man and you don't know how men think because you don't observe men the way women observe men. You are a man. You do know how you think. You do. I'm not saying you don't have any unique insight whatsoever. I'm just saying, generally speaking, though, she knows how men thinks. She knows. A woman knows how men think better
If
than
she
men
knew
do.
how they think, they never get cheated on.
That's not true because men mask. The same way your friends, who you claim None of them have ever DV'd or SA'd. The same way they mask around you, they mask around the women. That's why the idea of vetting is stupid, because you can't vet, brother. You're asking every person, men and women, to be FBI level profilers. You're asking women to be FBI level profilers. The FBI can't vet, brother. The military can't vet.
That's why
the police department can't vet.
That was the original thing.
That's not saying anything. That's not adding anything to what I'm saying or taking away. Like, that's duh. You have to protect yourself. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We all know that. That's not the point.
Here's the thing.
The point is, how do you protect yourself? That's the point.
Okay. Can I finish that? There's a lot of things. Okay. Most women don't have anything to protect themselves with. They're not trained in anything. They don't have any weapons. They don't use pepper spray. They're not using any like tasers or anything. They're not using anything.
Why do women need to use all of these things? Are most men?
No,
are most men? Wait,
it's not that they need to use them.
Dan, okay? Are most men a threat to women?
I would say some are, some aren't. I can't say most.
No. I'm asking. No. Are most men a threat to women? Is it easier to find a man who
literally
isn't
cannot
a threat
say most
to?
Because then it just sounds like they're all pieces of shit.
Well, maybe we are, but that's not even what I'm saying.
You can't say that then.
I said most though. I said maybe we are, but I'm saying most. So you don't think most men are a threat to women?
I think you shouldn't assume that they're all threats. I think you
didn't
should
say. Hold on. Wait. Why can't you ever answer my questions directly when I'm asking them very directly and very succinctly? Do you think most men are threats to women? Yes or no? It's really easy. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, cool. So, if most men are threats to women, if most men are threats to women, then that means that there is a smaller pool of viable men than there are a pool of viable women. There is a bigger pool of viable women than viable men. And if most men are threats to women, then wouldn't that mean that it would be harder to vet? Because what is going to differentiate the average man who is a threat to a woman from the average man who is a threat to a woman? You see what I'm saying? Like, if most men are threats, that makes it harder. Now, it would make more sense if you said that most men aren't threats, so it should be easier to spot the outliers, right? That would make more sense.
It's hard to say most. You could say some. I mean, I guess you could say like a lot of them are, but it's like most makes it sound like it's all of them.
No, most makes it sound like it's most. You have to jump to the conclusion that it's all, but it's most to me. And also, have most women, if you had to guess, have most women been harmed by men?
Do they all have a sexual assault story? Probably.
Nope, I didn't say that, but I'm asking you: have most women been harmed by men? SADV, some combination of the two.
Probably yes.
Emotionally, okay. So how can it be that most women have been assaulted by men, but most men aren't assaulters and abusive?
Well, there's a lot of factors with that. Do you want me to go through the biological reasons or just explain the other
biological reasons? This is a mathematical equation, sir. Has nothing to do with biology. This is math. You have to make the math make sense.
If you want to say most men are violent or a potential threat, that's fine. But not every man is 6'5". Not every man is strong. Not every man is tall.
I didn't say anything like that. You don't have to do a straw man argument because I don't care about any of that.
No,
I asked you if most women have been assaulted by men or have been harmed by men, emotionally, physically, whatever, right? How can it be that most women have been assaulted or harmed by men, but most men aren't abusive?
I guess you can say they're abusive, most of them.
So most men are abusive. So how is it possible for women to vet?
Well, I would also like to go back to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you said earlier you were doing a lot of women need to do this and women need to do that and women are picking bad guys and all that type of stuff. And you've already admitted that men are the problem here. So
But
at what point are we going to take the blame away from women choosing men that aren't good for them and saying the men are the things that are the problem here?
because women chase men that don't want them. It's
Says who?
80% of women chasing the top 20% of men. The top 20% of men don't want these women, and they don't get it.
That doesn't. That's. You know what? Fuck it. Cool. And the
But the
top
point,
and men, and if you're gonna tell me that men don't do the same thing, that's hilarious. Men, you know what's crazier about men? If women are chasing the top 20% of men, men are chasing the top 2% of women. That's the crazy thing. They're not even getting close.
they don't have a chance with the top 2%.
I know
percent.
you're right, but that's the funniest thing about it. But they're still chasing them. So what does that mean? Chasing is irrelevant. I'm not talking about who they're chasing. I'm saying, and the top 20% of men are the men who you said are less likely to be violent. The men who have the men who have money, the men who have status. You're based on what you said. These men are less likely to be violent. So if they're chasing the top 20%, then wouldn't that make sense?
The top 20% is like the women or the men that like most women would go for, but that's not. I'm talking about if they're violent or not.
Sir, listen to what I'm saying. What criteria determines this man to be in the top 20%?
His social status, his income, his height.
Cool. All these things. Yep. Cool. Enough said. You said enough right there. So, based on your logic that you said earlier, if the top 20% of men are tall, attractive, and make a lot of money, right? Make good money, are they more or less likely to be abusive based on your logic?
They can be either or with those.
Oh my God.
But a lot of them are abusive.
Wait, Dan, why would the top fella that, as you said, has women just beating down the doors to try to get to him, why would he want to harm women if there's a line out the door? In your logic, if there's a line out the door, if he can choose,
why does anyone want to harm women?
Well,
why do you want to harm women?
How am I harming them?
You've been lying on them for like an hour. You've been gaslighting them. You've been gaslighting them for like the last hour.
You haven't validated.
Well, I've heard them whine for the past 6 years, and it's kind of getting old. So why don't we solve the problem now?
Do you have access to women at all?
I have. I'm engaged, but why?
So you're engaged.
Yes.
And you say these things to your woman, like your woman agrees with you that women are just whining.
She doesn't whine to me though, so I don't have to say it to her.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, do you think that if your woman heard you saying these things right now, that she would agree with you? Thank you, Fifi. Appreciate the Cash App. Hey, y'all, bang the Cash App one time. Y'all know what it is. Would you agree with that? Do you think your woman would agree with that? Curious.
I mean, maybe.
No. You know her. She's your fiance. If you don't know this, then you don't know her. This is crazy. She's your fiance. Do you think your fiance would agree with you?
The only reason why I wouldn't know of something about that because she doesn't ever make me mad, like ever. Like nothing. I don't like.
Not what I'm asking.
Less of her. I don't talk down. Like we get along really well. She's not toxic like the other ones.
Go ahead, DeMarcus.
Wait, hold on. Can you connect to
What'd you say? You got your mic got really low. What'd you say, brother?
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, Dan. I don't want to be like disrespectful, but like what you just said just right now was very scary. Saying that, oh, I don't hear this from my wife because I don't yell at her or she doesn't make me mad, so that way that's why I don't hear these things about her from her. That doesn't disprove that she won't disagree with you.
Yeah, she probably would disagree with you, even though you guys have never, you personally don't have a problem with each other. But if you asked her about women in general, which that's what this concept is about, and about men in general, do you think that she would agree with you? And I know you know the answer is she would not agree with you because she's a woman. because she's a woman. So you are and you are literally invalidating your own girlfriends or own fiancés real world lived experiences.
She doesn't hate men like all the women on the
Who
panel.
said wait, what panel? There's all men up here.
No, no, no. All the women on there in the comments, they all hate men. They all want us dead, and they all
Nope.
think that we're all rapists, and that's the problem. Okay,
That's not
they all want us to change and
Oh, be
be like
careful.
these
TikTok
perfect human
language.
beings.
Hold on. I gotta mute you, bro. That was crazy. We gotta watch that language. That was a lot of language. A lot of
Yeah,
bad language.
that was crazy. That was crazy.
F1 in the chat, y'all. F1 in the chat for educational purposes. That was crazy, brother. I hope, man, please don't clip the live. That was crazy. You got to be careful with that language, brother. Grape, unalive, you know the
I
rules.
didn't say grape. What are you talking about?
You did.
You did. You did.
No, I said grapist.
No, you didn't, brother. But also you said you just say
Right,
unalive.
sexual. Can I say sexual assaultist then?
Just say SA. No.
Say.
Yeah.
Why can't you say anything anymore?
I don't know. You got to ask TikTok, brother. I didn't make the rules. I'm not fighting against the algorithm right now. I just don't want to get my shit banned. Come on. Just be careful.
But
That's all I'm asking.
but I do want to address, like, I mean, there's 500 people in here that are a lot of women and men are in here. Do you want to ask the chat what they think about what he said? Do you women, do y'all hate the fellas? You know, do y'all, men in general, do y'all want to unalive us in general? You know, is that
I mean,
the
I could show you all the wonderful women on TikTok who like want us dead. I mean, I can give
Oh,
you names.
unalive.
What
Hey,
are,
but
what?
but wait,
I can't say
Dan.
anything on here.
I know, but Dan, hold on, real quick, brother. You do realize that using your FYP because that's what you like to engage with. You like to engage with seeing women say that they want to unalive men because it reinforces your worldview. Does not actually mean that's what most women want, right? Because you know how algorithms work, right? You're a smart dude.
I don't see why they say it so much. I understand they want things to change, but it's not that simple. I mean, I can tell you I'm not ever going to touch a woman's butt when I walk by her. Okay? But I can't say that about the other men. I really can't. I can't say it if they're drunk, if they're on drugs. I cannot speak for them.
Candy.
If I see it, I can stop it, but I can't say it won't happen.
It's for educational purposes. I didn't say that. What does that have to do with anything? I just said
Because it makes
that.
they make it sound like they're trying to like stop it all like tomorrow, and it's not how it works.
I mean, it should stop tomorrow, but they're not being unrealistic. Nobody expects it to stop tomorrow, but
How does it stop?
it stops with men. It starts first of all. Fuck how it stops. We're gonna talk about how it starts. How does the process start? It starts with men taking accountability. It starts with men not lying to women and trying to gaslight them and tell them things like, "You guys just got to get up and make more money, and that's your problem." It's not the system. It's not that they're facing systemic oppression. Nope, that's not it. It's just you guys have made bad choices. You guys didn't choose to be in the blue collar fields. You guys didn't choose to be engineers and blah 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 blah. It's first and foremost we have to acknowledge the role that we play and the system and the way in which the system affects them. That to me that's the easiest step because that shouldn't even be Dan, right? Like you didn't build this system. I didn't build this system. It should be real easy for you to say, "Yep, the system is oppressing them." I think that's the easiest thing for men to do. But that you can't even do that is crazy. But before Dan, you said it wasn't.
No, here's the thing. The system fucks over everybody, but here's the thing. What happens if a woman gets hit by a man in public? There's always another man to help her, right? Usually.
That's not true. There's literally studies
Usually.
done on this. Usually that's not true. There's some, you should look it up. It's called the bystander effect. Men actually don't help women a lot of times in public, like often. Women step up and help women more, but men don't help women that much.
Do you think that's because of the constant disrespect that women give men on a regular basis, that they've stopped trying to help them?
Nope. I think it's because men don't respect women and they don't see women as human beings. And also men are scared of other men.